Good evening and welcome back to the Variable Y Minute. I'm your host, the Variable Y. And I know today I said we would get into baseball topics since it's the middle of the week. And we're going to get into a topic that I came across because of baseball. So I guess that still counts, or at least in my eyes it does. And hey, it's my show. So the topic I wanted to get into is about baseball, and it is mainly about the Atlanta Braves. And more so than that, it's about Atlanta in general. Now, if you haven't realized yet, and I think I may have said this, but I live here in Atlanta. I've lived here most of my entire life. I'm not going to tell you exactly where I'm from because that part doesn't matter. I've been here. I pay my bills here. I bought my house here. So I am Atlanta through and through. Peace up, A-Town down. That's what I'm all about. And like other people who grew up in Atlanta in the 80s, like I did, the teams were not good. We had Dominique Wilkins, and that was about it. And then we got Deion Sanders, and then the Falcons. They had the black jersey, so that was cool. And then eventually the Braves got hot, and then everybody started to suck again, and the teams have been up and down. Of course, you all know we had Michael Vick, and some of you NBA fans know we had Joe Johnson, and we've had our moments here and there, little blips here and there, and of course some of you are going to say something about 28-3, but we're not doing that right now. But I want to ask you guys a question, and this is going to be hard for me to say, but I had a conversation with my homeboys, and I don't know, man. Like, I feel like we're all in the same place. And oh yeah, the reason why we got to this topic, the baseball thing, let's bring it back full circle. The Braves got smoked today. Game 5 in the playoffs at home got destroyed. So, like I said, I want to bring it back to what we were talking about. And I wonder, maybe you guys should answer this for me. Should I just divorce myself from these Atlanta teams? Now, like I said, grown up here my whole life, like most people, pardon the dog, like most people who've grown up here their whole lives, we didn't cheer for the Atlanta teams because they all were terrible when we were growing up. And I was a front runner like everybody else. I liked the 49ers because they were hot. My brother liked the Cowboys. I liked Duke basketball because they were hot. I liked Florida State football because they were hot. I liked the Chicago Bulls. Again, I am all about that. I was all about that back then. But as time went on and I decided to have a little more pride in my city, I kept getting tired of people coming from out of the city and turning this into their home game. So, and I think that Michael Vick did a lot of that for Atlanta, gave us all pride in Atlanta, and gave us something to talk about on SportsCenter. We had already been to the Super Bowl, but wasn't nobody talking about us until Vick got here. So ever since then, it was like, okay, I'm going to be down with these guys, man. Win, lose, or draw. I'm going to be down with them, and they're going to come up. All of the teams are going to come up, and they're all going to look good. And what's happened since about 2000? We got and lost a hockey team. We got a soccer team that won a championship, so I guess that's good. We've had a quarterback who fought dogs. We've had an NBA basketball team that has repeatedly gotten blown out in the playoffs, a 60-win team that got swept in the conference finals, a basketball team that only once has been to the conference finals, a freaking football team that was up on the Patriots and did not run the dang ball. And for those of you who have seen The Blind Side, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to just leave this out here for you guys. Again, this is the Variable Y Minute. We're about to wrap this up. But I just want to know, should I divorce myself from these Atlanta teams? I'll let you decide. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. And for the rest of you guys, I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you tuning in. And I'll see you tomorrow.